Hey guys, Phil here at Woods Tree Farm. Thanks for checking us out today. I'm working on some stakes because we need to stake up some of our trees that are leaning, and I also want to use wooden stakes to identify where some of our smaller trees are so they don't get lost in the weeds. But I've had a really hard time justifying the cost of buying stakes. I've looked at bamboo, and there's different kinds of fiberglass and other kinds of landscaping stakes that I can buy in bulk, but the best I've been able to find is about $55 per 100, and I'm really struggling to figure out, you know, if I've got thousands of trees in my field, not all of them need to be staked, but I could possibly need many hundreds of stakes, and I'm just struggling to figure out or struggling to justify spending that kind of money just on stakes that are going to end up getting thrown away. So I went through my garage, found just a bunch of scraps. I've got some treated lumber, some untreated lumber, some 2x10s, some 2x8s, and I've been able to break them all down into little like 5/8 inch by 5/8 inch square pieces of wood. Everything that's laid out on the tailgate for the most part is just scrap that I had laying around. This pile right here is from a fence board like this. You've probably been wondering why I've been standing here holding this, because I think this is probably the most economical way to make 2-foot stakes. So out of a 6-foot fence board, I can get 3 sets of 2-foot stakes, and I can get 5 pieces this way. So 5 or 6, might be 6, but anyway, I can get like 18. Let's just count them up here real quick. I got 21 stakes out of each of these, so that means I could get 100 of these at a rate of about, what would I need, 5 of these? These cost me about $1.60 each, so for less than 10 bucks I could get 100 stakes by cutting out cedar fence boards like this, and it doesn't take that long at all. In fact, since we're just making a square piece out of it, I don't have to adjust the saw blade or anything. I can just make my rip cuts, and then that's actually pretty much it. Just make my rip cuts, because this is 5/8 inch. This is make my cut at 5/8, and anyway, there it goes, easy peasy. So I'll show you how I do it, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the other YouTubers that have joined the scene, the other Christmas tree farmers that have joined the scene here on YouTube. So I'm not really the only active Christmas tree farmer on YouTube anymore, which is great. So I'll introduce you to some of their channels here in a little bit. So make sure you stick around until the very end. I have something that I want to share with you, something new that's in a box that's right on the ground behind the camera, and I'm going to open it up, show you what that is, and then you'll have to follow along in a future video where I do something with that thing that's in the box. So make sure you stick around to the end to see what it is. Alright, so there you go. Pretty easy cutting that out. If you guys have a better idea or a better source for getting inexpensive either landscape stakes or fiberglass stakes or even the bamboo ones, let me know. But from what I've seen out there, like I said, about $45 or so per 100 is about the cheapest that I've seen. That's probably not even the most durable thing you can get. So I told you I was going to introduce you to a couple other YouTube channels. I had to pull out my notes here because there's actually quite a few and I didn't want to leave anybody out. So check out these other YouTubers. Many of them are, or most of them are just getting started on YouTube right now and might only have a couple videos up. But if you can support their channel, especially now in their early stages, that can be really encouraging for them. So go check out their channel, hit subscribe if you like their content, and leave them a comment that you found them on the Woods Tree Farm page. So without further ado, those channels are Schrader Tree Farm. He's contacted me with questions about tree farming and questions about YouTube, and we've interacted before, and he's got a great channel, and he's just putting his first trees in the ground, I believe, this year. We've got Michigan Pines, who I've actually never interacted with other than I discovered their channel and left them a comment, but as far as I know, they've never reached out to me before. Not that that really matters. Anyway, Michigan Pines. Quinn's Tree Farm, Matthew Quinn up in Maine, is just getting into tree farming himself. You can check out his YouTube. Watkins Tree Farm is another one that's just getting up and running. And then Hillside Christmas Tree Farm, he's only that's Tony over there. He's only put up one video. I don't know if he's really committed to the YouTube thing or not, but he was a guest on my YouTube Live with other Christmas tree farmers that I did just the other week. So that's Hillside Christmas Tree Farm. Anyway, I'll leave links to all those channels below this video in the description, and like I said, go and support those channels, say hi, tell them that you heard about their channel at the Woods Tree Farm channel, and I'm sure they'd love to get some extra subscribers. Alright, well, I teased at the beginning of the video that there would be something that I wanted to share with you at the end, so here it is in a box that's been worn pretty hard through the UPS distribution system, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up. We'll take a look and I'll show you what it is. Ooh, looks nice. Looks nice. No additional reveal. You can probably already see what it is. What we've got here are some Leyland Cypress trees. We're going to try growing a few of these Leyland Cypress. They're great size. They actually had to get shoved into this box. See how they're folded over on the top? Check these out. So this is a popular Christmas tree in the deep south where pines and spruces and firs just won't grow. Here in Virginia, most people around here don't really expect to see a Leyland Cypress as a Christmas tree, so we're going to be introducing those. Caroline just came by to take a smell, and we're going to be introducing those to a lot of people here on the farm, and we'll see how they get received. They should grow well here. We have Leyland Cypress all around here that are used primarily as landscape trees. I actually have a couple just in my yard, either used as landscape trees or as privacy screening and that kind of thing. They're not real popular around here as a Christmas tree variety, but we'll introduce it and see what people think. I'm curious to see how they do on our farm. I just got 100 of these. If they do well and if people like them, I'll end up doing more because they should grow to Christmas tree size in like 2 or 3 years instead of 5 to 7 minimum like all the other species. So it'll be really cool to see how these take, because if we can turn these over, it'll be good for business. Well, thanks for checking us out today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, and if you like this kind of content and you want to keep up with what we're doing on our 43-acre farm in Central Virginia, hit the subscribe button as well. If you got any questions about what we're doing, just drop a comment below. I'll certainly follow up with your questions and comments. And until next time, you guys have a great day. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.